what is some final advice you would give to hiring managers to break the stereotype of veterans? And then last, what was one piece of advice you'd give a veteran to shift their mindset so they can be more open to opportunities that we've discussed here?
So for the hiring managers, if you've watched whatever video link this is going to turn out to be, and you've gotten to this part, you've already heard me talk about having the long-term vision. What is it that you're trying to accomplish? Don't just look at it as I'm trying to fill a specific role right now. If you can make it to where you are seeding somebody in the organization that you believe is going to help you, your department, and the organization to succeed well beyond the role you're hiring for now, hiring a veteran adds a lot of clout and possibilities in front of you versus just getting somebody for the role now, because they've come up through a different set of experiences that are applicable in business. And often they, like, even on a monthly basis, I'll usually hear stories when Matt and Bill are talking about something. They'll tell me about something in the military, and it will be applicable to something that we're talking about in business. I'm thankful for that, because they're bringing their experience to the table and helping us make a better decision with that. So there's advantages, but you got to have that long-term vision. For the folks that are in the military that are trying to get some kind of a business type job, the resume non-shotgun would be my first recommendation. The second thing is the power of networking. And then the third thing is get your name and face out there in front of folks. Like, your organization, me and Bill did join CSCMP, that is somewhat active here in Jacksonville, Florida. We're also in the FCMA, which is a regional manufacturing organization in North Florida. And so we're out there meeting with folks, trying to learn what they're doing better than us, and maybe share some of the things we're doing better. So there's this nice little relationship. But if you don't have a job, those are the great spots to be going to meet the folks in your backyard that you're trying to get involved with. Take the time, go out, have a little bit of a budget to invite folks out to lunch. My recommendation would be always pay for the coffee or the lunch, and that just sets the stage. And for me, it was never asking for the job. It was asking for input on, what do you think about my plan? And then the conversation would just kind of yield into, here's a couple of opportunities that would be a near perfect fit for you. And I'd like you to, go and talk to some folks about them.
Perfect. I really appreciate that. How can people get in touch with you and connect with Seal Shield so that they can continue to learn more about you and your company?
So I kind of stay hide out here now, and the team runs the facility. I do have a presence on LinkedIn. Seal Shield, www.seal.com is our company's website. And for the most part, I'm behind the scenes shucking and jiving to make sure that everybody is set up for success on the projects. I'm not really the face of the company. I'm not going to be selling products like our sales and our marketing team does. But I'm facilitating a number of cross-department projects to make sure that they are aligning into the right direction now. If you are in North Florida, feel free to swing by the Seal Shield location. You can see it on Google Maps in Jacksonville, Florida. We host a number of events there. We're getting ready to do one for the FCMA later on this year. And, we'd love to have you come by and put a face in the name. Right now, we're not hiring, but if we ever got to that point, veterans would be in my crosshairs.
It's just like you said, networking, building that, just starting to build the relationships. Everything takes time, and that's another thing to consider.